Jackie Levi's for Shadowboxruk UK. Today's guest is a young fighter managed by Tony Bellew. He hails from Liverpool by way of Manchester, Shackspear. So how you been since I last saw you?
Yeah, not too bad. I've got a fight date now. So,
I know. Let me just tell the viewers, so for those that don't know, this is Shackspear, a young talent managed by Tony Bellew, trained by Mr. Peter Fury.
yeah, dream team.
Nice. I'm telling you.
Yeah.
So you've got a date. Talk to me about how you've been for a second, because since I last saw you, and then talk to me about the date that you are finally out for your, what is it, 7th professional fight?
Yeah, me 7th one, yeah. Yeah, not too bad. Just up here, just working hard with Pete. Just trying to brush up on a few things, and yeah, we've got a fight date.
And it's the 20th. Where is it again?
It's Trafford Park.
No. Okay, so I actually don't know where that is.
Manchester.
Oh, is it? Okay, yeah. Nice.
Mm-hmm.
So you hooked up with Peter Fury, didn't you? I'm not sure when, but just talk to me about the link up with Peter Fury and how you guys kind of linked up.
I've been with Peter now since April, May. Basically, obviously it comes from Liverpool, as you can tell by me, strong Scouse accent. There's a lot of distractions there, like obviously I've got 5 daughters and what have you. I feel like I just need to just take myself out my comfort zone and expand. Nothing to do with George and Derry. They were brilliant with me. They made me fall back in love with the sport, to be honest with you. Got a lot to thank them for, which I haven't done. Looking back now, I should have done that, because they did do it off for me. But yeah, I'm with Peter Fury now, and yeah, you can't go wrong, can you?
Well, listen, from what I saw the other day when I was up in Huey's gym, you fitted in quite nicely, to be honest.
Yeah. We've all got similar personalities. Some of us are quiet, some of us are more speakable than others, but we all click.
So how kind of difficult is that? You're saying you've got 5 girls. I remember, well, how old did I think you were when I first met you?
Yes. I think you said 16. They stick with the game now, won't we? I'm 18.
16 or 17, but to be fair, when you're 50, you'll look young, so take it as a compliment.
Hopefully, fingers crossed.
So you've got 5 girls?
Yeah.
Wow. So how difficult or is that to be away from them? You know, do you go away from Monday to Friday, go back on the weekends? How does it work?
Yeah, so Monday to Friday I'm up here, and then Friday morning I do my last session, and then I'm home then. But obviously, like my youngest daughter, she's nearly 5 months. You know, I've been up here 5 months. This is how long just under 5 months I've been here. So I've missed a lot compared to what I've missed with my other 4. So it is hard, but it's the sacrifice we've got to make to get where I want to get to.
Yeah, true that. And of course, you're training alongside Huey Fury and Savannah Marshall, to name a few. Watching you getting, stuck into sparring the other week, it feels quite like a sort of intimate environment, allowing Peter to sort of give you guys a lot of one-to-one attention. Have I read that situation right?
Yeah, definitely. Obviously, we're all different fighters in our own right. So he works with us individually, one-to-one time on things that he thinks we need to work on that suits us better. But on the whole, yeah, everybody just clicks. Everybody's on the same page.
Yeah, it feels that way, to be fair. It really, really does feel like that way. And what about Peter? What kind of coach is he? Is he a tough coach? Is he, does he blow smoke up your backside? Is he the kind of one that gives you a pat on the back now and again? What's he like?
No, it doesn't work like that. He's stuck into regimes and discipline, that's what I've learned. He's quite old school, Peter. He doesn't. Can you swear on this? Doesn't talk shit. Like,
yeah.
He doesn't tell you you're great and give you the pat on the back. No, if you shit and you're not doing as you're told or taking in or comprehending what he's saying, he'll tell you, and that's the way it should be. No stone gets left unturned with Peter. If you're not doing something right, it doesn't get brushed under the carpet. He'll make you fucking stay there till you get it done, and that's what you need. You need somebody who's, when you're in there, you depend on them, but you're depending on. You've also got to have somebody who knows what they're doing in there, and if you got, because you can get hurt. It's an unforgiving business.
It's true. I mean, I got that vibe from him that he doesn't, suffer fools gladly. Let's put it that way. I'm a fan of that, to be honest.
Yeah.
And that's something that Savannah said, that he really he's kind of straight talking, and it doesn't. But the phrase that you just said, he doesn't leave a stone unturned.
No.
How privileged do you feel to be sort of there in the mix of all of that?
You know what? It's as you said, it's like a dream team. I've got Tony Bellew backing me. I've got a man like Peter Fiore in my corner. Like, some fighters never I've had 40, 50 fights, and I've never been able to. I'm privileged and blessed, and the only way I can repay them is to do my end of the bargain, which is win and carry on winning and achieve goals that we set out to achieve.
Because I heard like he was kind of like not on his way out, but he was, looking at the green pastures, thinking, you know what, I might retire after Huey. So you must have been somewhat quite special for him to have stuck around. Peter
wouldn't work with shit. Like, I know that personally from knowing of him around the circuit. Whenever, he's obviously very well respected because of it. Everybody who knows him knows he's an upfront guy. He doesn't talk shit, and it is what it says on the tin. Obviously, I'm privileged and blessed that he's even looked at. As you said, he only had Savannah and Huey when I first come here, and obviously that just shows you, because he's had loads of fights that have come to train him, and obviously he said no. But obviously I'm happy that he's seen something in me that's made him want to work with me. And
yeah, I mean, that must be a massive boost, though. Do you know what I mean? Just even I don't know, just lifting you up to want to go and do your best.
Definitely. Look, who wouldn't want to have him in their corner? The man knows boxing inside out. He's from a fighting family. Like, who wouldn't want him in the corner?
It's true.
Yeah.
It's true, to be fair. And you're sorry, go on.
The credentials that he's got, look what he's done. You know what I mean? Like,
to be fair, I mean, Savannah was a great fighter. So I'm going to talk about Savannah and how because I don't really know much about Hugh as an amateur, but I do know a lot about Savannah, and just to see how she's transcended.
Huey was world champion as well as an amateur.
Yeah. Oh, did you know what? I didn't even know that.
Yeah, he won the Youth Worlds. Like,
I didn't even know that. You've taught me something today.
Yeah.
He's got like I don't know. It feels to me very unorthodox.
Yeah.
His style, do you know what I mean? And I'm seeing this kind of crazy, beautiful footwork from Savannah. I was seeing you guys in sparring, and do you know? Yeah, it was just beautiful to watch. Do you know what I mean?
I'll tell you something. Savannah's the best female fighter out there.
Oh.
I'll tell you that for the fact she is. I'm just privileged. I'm blessed again to even be able to share the ring with her. And inside her, she learns me something new every day.
Nice.
And she's not one of like to meet her. Like, bloody hell, you met her, you wouldn't think she's a world champion because she's just so down to earth. She's not like, where she could, she's not. It's just, I'm blessed.
She's a really likeable person, and to be fair, she's got more talent than a lot of people, to be fair, Shaq, and that have got more arrogance. Do you know what I mean?
Exactly. There's a
Yeah.
lot of fighters out there who haven't got the credentials she's got.
Yeah.
Have the talent that she's got, that act like that, and she's just like, she's brilliant. She is. I look up to her. She's a big inspiration. Same with Huey. That's why we all click.
It was, to be fair, it's one of those moments, if you're into boxing and you could be in a gym and watch a spar and watch you guys interact, you know, that team is the dream team. And listen, no one wants an arsehole in the gym, do they? To be fair.
So wouldn't last in this gym.
Say that again?
An arsehole. Somebody who's an arsehole wouldn't last in this gym.
Yeah, 100%.
Peter would be on it before anybody. Wouldn't happen.
Yeah. Yeah. I can imagine, actually, it'd be like, there's the door, but not as politely.
Oh, Savannah and Huey leading the flag. Like, obviously, Huey's up there with the top heavyweights. Savannah's world champion. She's at the pinnacle, ready to unify and be undisputed and what have you. And I'm just a newcomer who's obviously I'm still early in my career. As they are, to be fair. Huey's still young, and Savannah, she's got big aspirations still to do. But we all click. I'm obviously building myself up to where they are. So we've all got the same mindset and we're all on the same mission. It's good.
And to be fair, I keep forgetting April. April comes down, doesn't she?
London.
She comes down a couple of days a week to do some sparring as well. How's that been with her?
Oh, she's brilliant, April. Oh, I love her. She's boss. She's another one who would take inspiration off as well. She's just the way she carries herself and what have you. She's very respectful, and every time she comes down here, she gives a good account of herself and good work, good sparring. Good.
Yeah, she's improved as well, hasn't she? A lot.
Definitely. She's gonna she's welterweight, isn't she? She's gonna be a
handful.
Real problem.
Yeah, definitely. So you are also friends with Jazza Dickens, I understand, and he fought at the weekend, didn't he, for the IBF featherweight title?
Yeah.
Did you get to see it? You know, how do you feel about it? Because Jazza is a really nice guy, but so is Kid Galahad, so it's like, oh man, how did you feel?
I don't really know too much of Kid Galahad. All I know, he's boxed with me mate twice. Jazza, he'll be world champion. It's one of them things. You can do everything right on the night. It's boxing. Sometimes it goes your way, sometimes it doesn't. He's proved himself, and he's shown now he's at that level. You know, I'd like to see him fight Lee Wood. He got gifted that world title opportunity. You know, you want to call yourself this and that, well, beat the man who beat you. You know what I mean?
Well, I understand he's taking a little bit of a break, but I hope not for too long, because to be honest, like,
what's the point in putting the... Now you've only just won it.
No, I'm not talking about Lee. I'm talking about Jazza.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I'm hoping not too long, because I tell you what, I've interviewed him on him, and he's literally the nicest guy. The nicest guy, and it was tough to watch, to be fair. You know, not trying to take anything away from Kid Galahad, because it was a great fight, but it was also tough to watch. Would you agree?
Me as a fighter, like, I boxed all my life. So obviously he's in there, and look, to me he was still in the fight. He hadn't been buzzed or anything. Obviously the cut was nasty, but bar that, you know what I mean? Like he was in the fight. Whether he's winning rounds or losing rounds, he wasn't fucking. He didn't lie down.
Yeah.
There, and he would have been there for another 11 rounds. I really do believe that.
Which is good, but
And I
a
know
fighter will always need to be saved from themselves. I believe a fighter as a coach needs to be saved from themselves sometimes, because like you've all got kids, you've all got families. Do you know what I'm saying?
that's why it takes a good coach, because real fighters don't, as he showed you tonight, even so the ref or the trainer, as you said, a good trainer. You know what I mean?
It was tough. It was tough because I know how, and especially when both guys want it and they're both nice guys and all of that. But there can only be one winner, innit?
Yeah.
I guess so. So listen, in terms of like, what does your sort of typical day look like, Shaq, down at Team Fury Gym, or up? I don't know if it's down or up for you from Liverpool. It's up, innit?
You know what? It consists of just train, rest, eat, train. Friday.
No fun.
No fun at all whatsoever. It's no sun and rainbows up here. It's hard work. Obviously, try and get out, even if you go out and like go traffic centre or something. So it's only like half an hour, 45 minutes away. Go there, go for coffee, go buy. I've started reading now. Which I've always been. I can read. Always been intellectual up there, but I just never like had the time to read. Now, when I'm resting, I'm reading. It's good. I'm enjoying it.
Yeah. It sounds like a proper. I'm not saying that other professional fighters don't have a proper camp, but in terms of like, so say like on GB, let's say you're away from the family, you're away from distractions, and like you said, you're getting to read, you're getting to do things that you wouldn't normally do. So that, I'm guessing, is you're really growing as a person as well.
What I've learned is now is it's camp. It's all bullshit. This boxing, it's a whole load of shite. It's a lifestyle that you've got to live. That's what I've learned. Come on with Peter. It's a lifestyle. You've got to live a lifestyle. It's not you train for 6 weeks for the fight. It's bullshit. Yeah. When I'm not in camp, I'm still down here.
It's good to hear, to be fair, Shaq. It's good to hear.
Training when you fight, you just pick it up. Apart from that, like, you're training all the time, which I've learned now. It took me only 15 years to realise that's what you've got to do, though.
Yeah.
Not skill in the world, but you're not living the right life here. It shows in your results.
Yeah. So listen, let's talk about a little bit about your, how you found your way into boxing on the amateur scene. I know you've probably spoken about this before, but for the purposes of, my followers, how did you get involved in boxing? Shoot.
Basically, I was 8 at the time I started boxing. I was always fighting and that. It's quite a energized kid. I played football. Got to a high standard at that, but come to a point where my mum was like, "No, you need." I was good at it. It was left-footed, but she was like, "No, like this isn't. You're still coming on and bouncing off the walls or causing murder." So my granddad boxed as well, so she was just like, take him to a boxing gym. I remember the first day I went to a boxing gym, I sparred, and the kid who was sparred, he'd been there for a few years, and I smashed him to pieces. And but the first punch he hit me with, he popped my nose, and it's weird. It's like I like the taste of blood or something. I just carried on after that and excelled quite fast.
Yeah, it's usually a parent in it that tries to sort of guide you into, even if it is something that you don't take up competitively.
Yeah.
And you did pretty well though as an amateur, didn't you? Just do you want to tell us a few of the accolades that you won as an amateur?
Yeah, I won schoolboys and juniors. I could have went further if I would have like further excelled myself and probably been a bit more disciplined. But I've always wanted to be a professional fighter. From a kid, obviously, it's not the glitz and glam like growing up what you think it is. Like, knock people out, get. It's not that at all. It's a lot of hard work and it's a lifestyle. But
And
yeah,
it's quite boring sometimes, and all, isn't it?
it's very boring. But I could be doing other things that are worse. Could be in a
I hear you.
that how boring would that be? How terrible would that?
Yeah, it's true. To be fair,
Yeah, telling people oh, I could have done that or I could have, would have, and all that. It's not me.
and in that respect, though, do you kind of talk to young children? Because I think you'd be an ideal sort of kid to. I call everyone younger than me a kid. Don't take offence, but you'd be ideal to kind of go around, let's say, schools in Toxteth and Manchester, and talk about these things and say, listen, this is where I was at, and this is where I've got to. And although I'm only on the first part of my journey, do you know what I mean? Look at how I've changed my life.
Oh, what? I work with kids as well. Like, when I'm not fighting, like obviously that's on the back burner now. But I was doing that for like 3.5 years. In secure units and what have you. And yeah, I met a good. You know what? It's a challenging job, but I loved it. One out of like hundreds of kids I've worked with, he turned the right corner, went the right way. He loved it, mate. He was bad. Like kids say the bad, he was bad. Every day I'd go in, get him on the pads, put him through his shirts and what have you. He turned a new leaf, but then he went back to where he was from. And
It's hard, isn't it? Because you have to kind of leave everything behind. You can't just sort of turn. Like you're getting into fitness, you're getting into boxing, but you've got to change completely, like you have, your lifestyle.
yeah, and you know that's why now I get attached quite quick in that job sense. Especially when you know what you've been through and what have you. I've got kids as well, so anything like that, it hits me. I'm like, people think, oh, Shaq's this, and I'm a big softie, me. Well, a little soft.
What's wrong with that, Shaq?
And yeah, so I've had to put that on the back burner because you can't switch off.
It's true, to be fair, and I think you have to give 100% to that situation, don't you?
Yeah, 100%, 100%.
Knowing that you've got talent now, you know you're feeling it because of the people that are surrounding you. And to be fair, I don't think a lot that level of management and trainer would bother with you. To be honest with you, if you weren't any good,
Yeah.
right? Thinking about that, do you now regret not taking the AMs a little bit more seriously?
Not really, no. You see the amateurs, if your face fits, it fits. I could. There was times when I was taking it serious, and it's probably why it knocked me off my pedestal a bit, because I was taking it serious, but I wasn't reaping the rewards I probably should have. That and if that makes sense.
Yeah.
Into GB assessments and what have you, and you know, I'm battering kids who I'm sparring there, and they're just like, oh yeah, you know what I mean? It's.
Mm-hmm.
I believe I made the right decision. I don't regret anything. Yeah, I'm happy with how things are going. I probably wouldn't have met Peter. I wouldn't have met you if it wouldn't have went to everything happened for a reason, doesn't it?
Yeah, no, 100%. And you talk about you had your child, didn't you? I think you got your 5 girls, but your first child was at 16. Am I correct in thinking that?
15.
15.
3 months before my 16th birthday. She's 9 tomorrow.
She's what, 9?
9 tomorrow, yeah.
Wow. I've seen them. They are beautiful kids, to be fair. They really are beautiful kids. What immediate effect did that have on your life, you know, as a 15-year-old kid? That's a lot, Shad.
Before I had it, I was in and out of boxing, doing things I shouldn't have been doing and what have you. Not living the lifestyle. And to be fair, like, not sound cliche, I was probably going that I was running my mum ragged. Like, she had enough of me at the time. Police at the door, and every other week it was a bit of a joke, to be honest with you. Certain few incidents happened. Then I found out I had my first daughter, and that, as you got kids, haven't you?
No, I am. No.
And it changes you completely.
Yeah.
But I remember when I first found out, and I was like, oh, it's only when I first seen her and she was born, and it hit me there, and I just thought, like, because she was a girl as well, it was like, no, what it booked my ideas.
I've got to fix up.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it hits men later than it does women. I understand that, you know, obviously for the woman they have a bond straight away, but then you guys, it's like you can go one way or the other. And luckily you did run, so that I'm absolutely impressed by that. To be honest with you, Shaq.
You know what? I've got 5 now. I still haven't got over the first one.
Wow.
So that's special to me. Different type of love. People talk about love and whatever, yeah, but your kids, different type of love, different type of motivate, everything. I do everything for them.
What was the moment? Sorry, go on.
None of this is for me. Like, don't get me wrong, I love boxing, I've loved it all my life, but I wouldn't probably still be doing it if they weren't here. I think everyone that's come, it's pushed. They got me through my bad side. Lost my last fight, and my kids got me through it. And me, you know, made different adjustments and doing everything the right way now.
Yeah. You made me forget my question now. What I was going to say, God, you made me a bit...
That's what you were saying, shut up. You fucking...
All a bit. Nah, mate, it's nice. It is, it's good to hear, especially from a young man. What I was going to ask you was, yeah, I mean, your girlfriend or partner gets pregnant, you have your child. Do you remember what moment it was that you went, listen, and I remember you saying, you know, I need to fix up. What was that moment? Was it seeing the baby for the first time, or what was it?
Feeling the baby. Weirdly enough, she was, I think she was 6 months. 6 months when I first felt the baby kick, and that's when it hit me. I was like, this is real. This is baby's kicking, and yeah, it hit me deep then. But I was just like, no, she's not here yet. Blah blah blah. Still doing certain things I shouldn't have been doing. And then when the day I seen it, I was just like, I just cut my ties with everybody who weren't doing me good, doing anything good around me, and that I fully committed to the boxing. And
that's beautiful. And you said your last fight you lost. You know, I believe you. There's a reason for everything. You know, looking back now, again, was that the turning point when you moved to Peter, or did you move to? Yeah, you haven't had one under Peter yet, have you?
No, I hadn't had one under Peter. I was still with Derry Matthews and Georgie Vaughan. When I lost that fight, I could sit here all day and tell you why I lost it, but it doesn't matter. I lost it, and it is what it is. Even though I lost it, I still think the situation I was in, the shape I was in, everything, still think I won it, but I didn't. I lost it. It's down on paper. I lost it, so we just move on from that. But that was a turning point where I thought I was working, doing my job. That was quite a big part of my life at the time. I couldn't juggle both.
It's hard.
In Liverpool and So yeah, that's I decided to make the change from there.
Yeah. So in a respect, listen, I know that supposedly in boxing, and it frustrates me in professional boxing that people get pissed off when you lose a fight and, oh, your career's supposedly over. To be honest with you, I don't care. I literally don't care. It's like, as long as a person's boxed well, they're not hurt. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But I guess I'm not trying to earn any dough off you. But my point being is this. My point being is this. Actually, that's been a blessing in disguise.
It was a blessing in disguise. Like, look, somebody could say now, that same position you're in, are you going to say yeah or no to keep this miraculous hold that everybody wants to keep? Fucking too right. Going back in there and fighting again, the same. I'll probably do things a bit different, fighting, but I'm a fighter. That's what I do, fight. And yeah, no regrets.
And are you a different fighter to the one that took that loss?
Yeah. You learn more off a loss than you do win.
Yeah, 100%.
I was hard saying that because Mayweather's 50-0 and he's never lost, and people are like, well, he's got better with most fights and he's won all of them. He hasn't lost, but
that's his journey, though. That's not yours. Do you know what I mean?
Exactly. He's on a fucking special journey, wasn't he? Not say that I'm not, but what I will say is I've learned from that loss.
I think the danger is, especially in our sport, to compare yourselves to others and others' records. I don't know if that was proper English, but you know what I mean. And
that's just like these days, isn't it?
Say that again.
This like general life these days, like modern society. Everybody in this bubble now of, well, I don't want that because he or she hasn't got that. Who's asked? Who was asked?
Yes.
The only thing about now is my kids being happy. Everything else is fickle. It's all bullshit.
Do you know what else as well I've noticed? That a lot of young fighters have either got kids or, they're in a long-term relationship with, and it seems to be the thing that keeps them grounded and stable. Do you think that's the case?
Yeah, because the lifestyle that you've got to live to succeed. Don't get me wrong, there's fighters out there that don't live the right lifestyle and blah blah blah. But for the ones that know what it takes to get to, yeah, I'd say having kids, and as you said, it's a different love when you have kids. You're not just your actions go on them as well as yourself.
Yeah, reflect on it. Yeah.
So a lot of fighters are out there who have got kids or long-term partners don't want to risk doing some mad shit because,
especially as you've got girls as well.
Yeah, trust me.
Yeah.
Oh, one Zach, did you say?
Yeah, who's that?
Zach, I went to school with Zach.
Oh, okay. All right, Zach.
His granddad used to run a boxing club in Liverpool called the Gemini. I think.
Okay.
Yeah, he's right, Zach. He's been there.
Nice.
See me from when I was a little rebel as a kid.
So he could, yeah. So it must be great though for him to sort of see your transformation, Zach. Zach, Shaq, even.
See me nowadays, and I think they're shocked. They must, because I've done probably a few bad things. I know I have. They're probably like, they're surprised to see me because I'm older now, I've grown up.
Yeah.
But yeah, but it's life.
There'll be a few stories told about you when you start making money.
Oh yeah, probably, no doubt.
Never deny. That's what I say. Just tell them, and then it's like, good luck, kid. That's Biz BD 50.
Who said that?
Biz BD 50. Hi, Kaylee. How you doing? American boxer that hopefully soon will be boxing, maybe next year. Chantal Cameron. decent fighters. Both of them decent fighters. But listen, you know what's nice about it?
Shout out to Chantel Cameron because she's doing well as well.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Or, of course, she's got to get a shout out.
Oh, she's just chiming in. You can chime in all you want, darling. Yeah, you know what? To be fair, I don't think. Talk to me about what you think. Because listen, you're in a gym with Savannah Marshall, right? So you've seen the best of the best of the best, right? What is your thoughts on the current crop of fighters? Have we seen the best of them yet? And like people like Chantel Cameron that took ages to get a chance. Same with Kaylee. It's taken a while. I don't know. She's fighting next. She's actually fighting on the same night as you, Shaq.
Oh, right.
And it hasn't. I think it's about a year for her as well. So yeah, long-winded question. But what are your thoughts on female boxing and the current crop that are coming through?
I'll be honest with you, like, I'm not gonna lie. Like, women's boxing, I used to be like, oh, women boxing. I never used to, but it grew on me, and like, fight of the year, look, Tasha Jonas and Kate, that was a brilliant fight. Look, Chantel's a monster. She's, I see her.
In the best possible way.
She's doing bits, you know what I mean? Savannah, now, it's different because I train with Savannah. She spars with me.
Yeah.
She spars with another few other people in the gym as well. I've seen her spar with other people come to the gym as well. I know how hard she works. She works just as hard as I do. And I train hard. She works just as hard as other people who are in it. You know what I mean? I see what she puts, and she's a woman, and you know she's doing the same thing. I see she puts the work in, and obviously all these other women that we're mentioning, like what's the one that's fighting the same night as me? Kaylee.
Kaylee Reese.
Yeah, good luck, Kaylee. Hope you do well. All of them.
Good. She's good. She's good people. Good people, Zach.
Brilliant. Chantel Cameron, April Unser, all of them. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You know, they train just as hard as the lads, and obviously they're performing as well. They're not just, you know what I mean? Yeah, we're women fighting. They're getting in there and fighting.
Yeah. What about though the ones who get? Because I asked this because I know you're quite a quiet guy. You know, you're not too sort of loud on social media. These days, you've got to be a little bit louder on social media. You've got to put yourself out there. You know, what are your thoughts on the people that may possibly get chances because of that, whereas there are other people that they've got the talent, but they're not playing the game?
I salute them people who stay quiet because, don't get me wrong, I've been there before. I remember turning professional. And people used to say you have to sell yourself. I'm like, sell myself? Are you crazy? But like, I know the score. I've been long enough now. I know you got to do certain things. But to the ones that struggle to do it, or just haven't got the confidence, or just don't want to do it, I salute them because they leave there talking to the ring. And don't get me wrong, might be longer road than others who are being loud and what have you. But the time will come and they will get their opportunity. Just keep the faith.
It's true. I'll be honest with you. Usually, the quietest kids in the gym, in my experience, are usually the ones that bypass the talent. They're just quietly working away, and they're the ones that usually come up with the goods. To be honest with you.
Look, I've seen it happen. I've seen it
happen myself.
So I understand exactly what you're saying. But then I've also been in environments where people are loud and they're doing the same thing. So it just works in spurts. Sometimes you look as well.
Yeah. Swings and roundabouts. Are you in that little outside bit? Is that where you are? Yeah. Oh, it's nice there, you know.
Lovely, isn't it?
Yeah. Were you in one of the little cabin things?
No, I'm under the marquee.
It's nice there.
Yeah.
So listen, Shaq, absolute pleasure. It was great to see you up in the gym, but I didn't obviously get a chance to speak to you properly then because it was mad, wasn't it?
I ended up getting off, didn't I? I don't know what happened. You was meant to grab me. I don't know. It might have just been me.
I think
My
it
fault.
was a whole sort of, it was a Savannah and what's her name?
April.
Sandy was down and it was quite busy. And
Oh, Sandy, right?
yeah. It was quite hectic. But I'm glad we've had a chance to speak. You're a lovely young man. You really are. I wish you all the best on Friday, or next Friday, I should say. Yeah, and let us know how you get on. Come back on and have a chat with us. But until then, thank you very much.
Thank you. Thanks for having me on. Thanks for everybody who watched.